For a man whose works depict a very ugly and dark side of human nature, Neil LaBute has a very pretty, very bright home. LaBute's works include Possession, In the Company of Men, Fat Pig, Your Friends and Neighbors. He's lived here in North Barrington for about 15 years with his wife Lisa and their 2 children. They live on almost 2 acres. It's a nice big lawn with big trees overhead, and then this pretty pool with 3 buildings wrapped around it. The original house and a guest house were built in 1934, and then across the pool from me here is a studio building that came later. Among them, the 3 buildings have an awful lot of space you can reconfigure to match your lifestyle. So let's start with the main house. Now, I've come in the back door, but you can imagine coming in from the front, seeing that view. You've just driven up under these tall trees, very gracious exterior of the house, come into this foyer, and you're drawn right out toward that pool. But we've already been there, so let's go to the living room. You can see why Lisa LaBute describes the house as serene, and her husband describes it as his sanctuary. This living room, again, from 1934, has the crown molding, the base moldings, the bookcases and fireplace that are original, but a very breezy, comfortable feeling that they've brought in. They completely rehabbed the house when they came in 15 years ago and respected the historical origins of the house, but made it feel like something for today. Beyond this room are 2, past those French doors. There's a TV or family room on one side and an office on the other. Lots of built-ins and more of that comfort that we feel here. So then here in the dining room, you can see more of that interplay between old and new. You've got the features I mentioned before, like the crown moldings, but then what Lisa LaBute did is she opened it up. This would have been a nice big dining room and a small dark kitchen with a tiny door here, she mentioned. So she pulls open this opening to create much more of a contemporary layout, kitchen and dining together. She keeps these original bookcases so that you've got sort of cabinetry both in the dining space and in the kitchen. And look at the cabinetry she created. It's crisp and white. It's got that airiness we've seen elsewhere in the house. The marble countertops, it all has an older feeling. It suggests 1934, but it was made much more recently. And then you've got this nice access from either a cooking space or here in the dining. You can look out through that bay out to the pool again. And then up the stairs to the second floor where there are 3 bedrooms. The smallest of the 3 is here at the top of the landing. And then on opposite ends, there are 2 large ones, each with its own bath. The one on that side is now used as the master. It has a nice nook. It's got dormers that look out over the lawn. And it's got a bathroom and very large closet. And then over here is another, also big and could be used as a master if you wanted to make some changes. This one is big enough to be a master. Like all the bedrooms, it's got a great view out over the pool and the yard. It has its own bathroom, and it also has quite a bit of closet space. You'll see here, great big deep closet so that you can make it a master. And if what you need is yoga room, office, something like that, there's a ton of space behind me here in a very large attic. So you can do a lot to expand this master right up here. There are a lot of things you can do just in this house, but don't forget we've got 2 more buildings to look at. This is one of those 2. It was originally an artist's studio, but the LaButes have converted it into more of a family hangout space. And you can see there's a lot of room. There's room for sports, working out, media. There's a sleeping loft above. There's a bathroom behind. You've got a lot of space here. And then the next building over is the guest house, original to the property. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. It has the same sort of serenity that pervades the property that Lisa has created with her decorating. So with the 3 buildings, you've got all kinds of space where you can do all sorts of things. Or you might prefer to do nothing at all. Just lounge here by the pool and enjoy the gardens and the sunlight.